the Baseline Bums podcast. It's your host, Rob, aka B-Ball Archives. All of this is brought to you by Love You Hard TV. And once again, I got the bums in the house. AJ James, thanks for joining me for a special live episode of the NBA Draft Lottery. It's great to be here,
Ooh,
guys. There's a
we're
lot to
live.
be excited about. Yeah, we're live.
Live in the flesh.
Indeed. Guys, how are you feeling about tonight? As Spurs fans, we have a lot to be excited about. What are your expectations going into tonight?
I feel like the draft lottery is our birthright.
Yeah.
Just get excited for this, dude. I'm stoked. Kind of what we've been waiting for. Like the pieces are starting to for our summer off-season stuff right now. So this is kind of the first piece. And I say if we don't see our name that first for 14 or name, then I like our chances of moving. But we got to get 14 first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, there's a couple of things that we need to address as a Spurs core, as a unit. Like we need a backup big, somebody that can come in when Wembanyama is really kind of, maybe playing too many minutes, or, it's just a guy that needs to alleviate some of that front court banging down low. And whenever I'm looking at it through that lens, we could have a guy like Malawak fall right to us. And I wouldn't mind a rim protector kind of lob threat type of big.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, you look, if you get a little draft luck, you could have a real game-changing wing, VJ Edgecombe type of player come into the system, which, I mean, that kind of athleticism doesn't come around all that often.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah. That's a lot of that's a lot of athleticism. And, we do have a pretty robust backcourt, but at the end of the day, yeah, I would welcome that kind of guy that can finish at the rim easily.
Yeah. Or we know what we have, and if we get, let's say, a 5 and an 8 or a 5 and a 10, you pair that up to, you can get someone like Jan everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty high quality picks right there. So there's a lot to happen, and that's the fun part about the ping pong balls do weird things. I know that they've been covering it in the most deep way possible. I mean, everything on how the combinations work, who's allowed in. Was EY's doing the whole thing, Ertz and Young. So it's just like, I didn't know we needed lawyers for this, but I guess we do after the Patrick Ewing debacle 2 years ago. But
yeah, you gotta keep everything secured in this day and age. People are nefarious over stupid things, but no, it's just an exciting time. And to your point earlier, AJ, it's just the first step in that off-season puzzle. You look at all the names that could be on the move or could be talked about, and this is where it all gets started. And so it's just a really exciting time, not even mentioning the games tonight.
Absolutely.
2, right?
Yeah. We got, Boston and New York immediately after the draft lottery, which is, going to be very exciting. We know that Boston reached back out and had the game that we were expecting them to have. But at the end of the day, is that enough? Is that enough for them to overcome the hump that they've created for themselves? Yeah, we got a lot to unpack tonight. But yeah, we're here doing a live episode about the draft lottery. Guys, this is super, super exciting. Obviously, there's playoffs, but for the Spurs, this is a huge summer for us. Like, this is the summer. Not only are we wanting to get healthy with Wemby and Fox and all that stuff, but this draft could have huge repercussions for us moving forward. Outside of a big, what else do you see us needing?
shooting,
and just wing depth. If
Con
we're looking,
Knibb will be great.
if we're looking to make a move, you're probably going to be sending guys like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson out. So you'll be looking for kind of entry level replacements for those guys. possibly.
Absolutely. And AJ, to your point, like Con Kneppel, he's been going a lot of mock drafts that I've been seeing. He's been going anywhere from 5 to 7, as high as 5. But I've seen some mock drafts where he falls to 7 or 8, and that could be right where we are. So I know we've said on previous episodes that we would really love Con Kneppel. That's the kind of guy we would want around Wemby. When we look at good shooters, both catch and shoot and off the ball, he's a really, really good option. But I also saw that his standing height was only 6'5", and to me that's not a huge deal breaker. But when you're listed as a small forward in college, like I almost expect you to be able to guard small forwards on the pro level, and I don't know if he'll ever be able to do that, to be brutally honest.
Well, and honestly, I worry about him just defensively in general. I'm not sure he's, to your point, Rob, big enough to guard threes at the NBA level, and I'm not sure he's quick enough or athletic enough to guard twos. And so I think he's offensively everything that we want, but defensively that worries me.
Right. Yeah, because I could see him easily not being quick enough to guard people his own size, while simultaneously the guys where he matches up well speed wise just outpower him. Or those guys are going to be 6'7", 235, and they're going to be able to just shoot over him or move him out of the way. So I do worry about that a little bit. I'm just really hoping when you have a guy like Wemby behind him that, if he gets blown by, he can absorb some of that attacking just a little bit. I mean, we know Wemby can defend the rim.
Yeah, he will be fine.
Yeah. I'm interested in Asa Newell out of Georgia, 6'11", kind of power forward, modern player. Reminds me a little bit of Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
And so I think someone like that could play alongside Wemby or back him up in the future. I think that would be a good value pick there with either 8 or 14 possibly.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, speaking of which,
they're kind of right in the middle.
We are about to get started here.
Yeah, I was about to say they were just showing Con Kneppel and Modewalk. They're acting like they really, really want to go tonight, and I think they are.
Well, I mean, guys, like, what happens if we end up getting the Cooper Flag sweepstakes? Like, is that going to be kind of game over for the rest of the league for a while? Like, what happens?
I think so, but how much thought, if you're the Spurs, just hypothetically, I think the conversation has to be had. If you get the number 1 pick, how much thought do you give to trading that for Giannis?
Just straight up.
It probably couldn't be straight up just because of salary implications, but ultimately that's what you'd be doing.
Well, I just think, if we get the first overall pick and we can get Cooper Flag and we're able to get him on that rookie contract, I think that we are getting such a value Cooper Flag that within
agree with that.
Within those first 2 or 3 years, holy crap, I think that we have a really strong chance to put enough team around them because the contracts we have are so financially lucrative. Like we can build around those pretty well. And I would like to see, I would think that we would be making at least a Western Conference Finals in 2 years if we get Cooper Flag.
I hope so. It's interesting how the NFL or the NBA has kind of become NFL-like in the sense that the second apron has really emphasized drafting well. That way you can get good value on those cheap rookie deals before those good players demand more on the market. It's kind of like how the Chiefs and other teams were winning with rookie quarterbacks and building their teams around that.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that the Jazz have never won a draft first pick in the draft, and they have a chance this year, but I don't see it happening. It's kind of interesting in that regard. And then, we'll just kind of see where this thing falls. But now you look at, like, they're showing the Suns right now, and you look at teams like that could use a really good rookie, and they traded it away for and you have nothing to show for it.
Do you guys have any team that, aside from the Spurs, you would kind of like to see win the lottery?
I think I mean, obviously there's so many teams we look at them and they are abysmal. Like when you look at the Nets or like the Wizards, there's just like no hope. There's absolutely no hope, but there's like a couple of teams that were really bad that I feel like, if they were to get Cooper Flag, that would be kind of dope. Like I think if um gosh dang it, just right off the tip of my tongue, like if he went to the Hornets, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't love it, but like I think pairing him with LaMelo would be a better option than just about any of those other options that I could think of towards the bottom of the tier teams.
I love the idea of him in Washington. I think they're building something, but that being said, I know what trusting that organization would historically lead to. So I'm excited for their future with all the assets they got out of Phoenix for the Beal trade.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. Yeah. We got some reveals in 12 minutes. So yeah, we are just marinating over here, but yeah, there's a few other players whenever I'm combing the mock draft situations. I'm liking a couple of players that I'm seeing. Like I just might like a Derek Queen fit in San Antonio. I
Yeah.
might. I just might. He has a little bit of like a Zach Randolph quality to me where it's like he's a little bit undersized, but he makes up for it with strength. He's a lot smoother than you're going to give him credit for. And I think that obviously when you saw him finish against Colorado State in the tournament, that was him showing up in a really big
Yeah.
way. And, travel or not travel, I still feel like I like his game overall. And
Yeah.
if we were to refine him a little bit, dang, he could be a good power forward for us.
He's like DeJuan Blair with knees. I mean,
He reminds me a little bit of Kenny Lofton Jr. in terms of just the way he played in college. He's just the size that we all wanted Kenny Lofton to be that translates to the next level.
Right. He's, I think, 3 inches, 4 inches taller than Kenny Lofton. So it's a situation where I feel like, yeah, he's going to be able to get those baby hooks over defenders, and he's going to be able to finish around the rim a little bit more than Lofton would. But at the same time, yeah, he's very raw and his game's unrefined and, makes some questionable decisions at time. But, he's 20 years old.
20.
Yeah.
I think you could do well worse at 14 than Derek Queen.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
And some mock drafts have him as high as 9. So I think that 9 might be a little bit of a reach, but at the same time, if he falls to us at 14, I would like to take that. I would love to go after him and try to develop him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and in today's modern NBA with the coaching he'd get, he could develop that shot all the way to the 3-point line potentially. Just takes time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at the Yahoo mock drafts, and all of his pro comparisons just have me foaming at the mouth. They're like DeMarcus Cousins, Zach Randolph, and Naz Reid. It's like give me that player, please.
I mean, we've talked about wanting Naz Reid this summer more than enough. So I mean, you get a young value Naz Reid, then that'd be even better.
But I need the T-Wolves to kind of like phase out right now, because I need Naz Reid to be pissed off at the Timberwolves in order to leave and make that situation a little bit easier. But I have a feeling with a deep playoff run and a championship seed, we'll see.
We'll see. What do y'all think about Bam Adebayo? If Giannis wants to go to Miami, the Spurs could still facilitate that trade.
If we were to make a trade for Bam Adebayo, I would very much be. Yeah, I would be applauding our front office for making that work.
It's hard to imagine.
We have drops on live.
who's a better fit next to Wemby, and also he's best friends with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Let's
make it work.
I think that would be that's a name that we don't hear a ton about, but would be a very interesting fit.
Yes. Yeah, I think when we're looking at Giannis, a guy playing MVP level basketball, that's going to be a tough get. But at the same time, if we're looking at a guy that has, virtually all the same skill sets, but just does everything a little bit worse, that's a guy like Bam Adebayo. And
Yeah.
I mean, not to say he's great value Giannis, but at the same time, like, I'm
I know.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled
He-
if we go get Bam.
and he's been to a championship, so like
Yeah.
you
He's
rely
a
on that
multi-time
veteran guy.
all-star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just an Olympic gold medalist. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's a great guy to have in the locker room.
He's done everything that you would want kind of a secondary star, tertiary star to have done. And he could be that guy that would be willing to sacrifice to De'Aaron to Wemby and take that role.
So would a front court with him and Wemby be called Bambi?
Now it would be.
Well, when you throw that out there, it's just fucking Bambi. Yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, that would be scary, dude. That would be such a fast-paced pick and roll. Yeah, the league would not be fully ready for that.
No. Think about the defensive possibilities that front court allows you to have, and the risks that your backcourt can take.
Right, because I mean, we're talking about like the best defensive front court nowadays, and it's what, like probably Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. When we look at, it's probably something like that, and
Chet and Hartenstein. These are the duos that are in the conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a few years ago, I would gladly say it was Giannis and Brook Lopez, but Brook Lopez has lost a step, and I feel as if yeah, if we're to pair those two together, yeah, easy best front court duo in the league, hands down. Guys, I'm so pumped just because we have the possibility of getting Cooper Flag. I mean, it's not likely, but
we still have a chance. Like I think that what they said that the top 3 get 140 balls or whatever it is, and then I think we have 60. I think that's how the percentage goes down out of 1,000. So I mean, like crazier things have happened.
I mean, what was the Hawks' chance to get the number 1 pick last year? I want to say it was like 3% or something like that.
Yeah,
and it happened. Cavs in 2013.
Yeah, they did a really smart move with that one. Just go get Anthony Bennett.
Can't miss prospect.
Right, seriously, the UNLV legend.
Well, I know, James, we were talking before we went live, but today I watched that Shooting Guards documentary on Netflix, and it is no spoilers, but it is a must watch if you're a basketball fan and you went through that time. Because I remember it like it was yesterday. Like people were taking guns in the locker room. Like, what the hell? And everyone spoke about it. Like they were very open and they talked about it, which was nuts. And then you kind of see the aftermath and all that other stuff. It's really well done. Really well done.
But also certain players didn't talk about it. Some of the guys were like, you know what? It's going to be hush hush. It, like ask me questions. I'm like, what guns in the locker room? And so like, it was interesting seeing the players that were like super willing to like open up and be like, hey, yeah, this is what was going on. And then other guys that were just like, nah, there was no guns. What are you talking about, guns? No, hell no. There's
but also, I mean, one thing, it's not a spoiler, but the image that I have in my mind during this entire time was during the opening warm-ups or the when they announced the starting lineup, when Gilbert Arenas did his little gun thing, and everyone was like, dude, what are you doing? And then he talks about it and he was like, I was just making fun of it. And I'm like, you're a dick.
He's an example
person, Gilbert Arenas.
Right. I was about to say, he's just somebody that just pokes the bear too much, and he knows he does
poking the bear pretty hard.
So out of the Jazz, Wizards, or Hornets, who would you most like to see get Cooper Flag?
Washington.
I like to see the Hornets get it.
Yeah, I would say I would like the Hornets probably. I think that would be such a fun pick and roll, to be honest. Like I just really want to see that duo, and I feel as if that could actually give LaMelo a little spark, because I do feel like he's really talented, but he's just never been in a winning situation where I don't feel like he needs to make good decisions. So he's just kind of like, go out there and get your 30 piece. It doesn't matter if we win. And so I think, elevating him to that point, I think may push him to the next level.
That also shores up your North Carolina fandom, or because Duke's North Carolina. Now you got Charlotte fans, and so they all going to migrate over. So I think for the franchise, it's good. Oh, Mitch Johnson's going to be sitting in for us, new head coach.
I love it.
I don't trust LaMelo's health long term. For what that's worth, I remember doing some research not too long ago. It was a couple months back. The season was still going on, but he's, I think, played around 50% of his possible games in his career. Like he's
that's like Zion level.
He's just not reliable.
I've seen those crazy trade talks of like us getting Zion, and that gets me excited. But dude, he would eat all the Mexican food, and it would be a tough time for him to stay and wait. But he looks good. He looks good on TV right now.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he looks pretty slim. Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. Like you can look slim while wearing navy. To be brutally honest, well, you really can.
Good to know.
The Bucks are in such an interesting position. Their course of action really determines the way the rest of the NBA offseason unfolds, because they're not really in a position to tank, even though that would be the smartest thing for them to do. They don't own their picks. Yeah. And in order to get some of their picks back, they would basically just have to be making multiple deals with the devil, because they know that other teams have leverage over them.
All right, dudes. We got Deputy Commish coming to the podium.
All right. Let's see who's getting.
Did y'all know that Mark Tatum and Jason Tatum are related?
Are they really?
No, I was kidding.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things that's like
you just made my brain turn a little bit too much right there.
So I don't know. I might be ahead of you guys, but
yeah, I think you may be a couple of seconds ahead of me. But at the end of the day, we're talking about it.
I'm not watching because my TV is in use behind me, and if I use my phone, that will go away.
No, you're good. All right, so the San Antonio Spurs have the 14th overall pick. Guys, how are we feeling about the 14th overall pick?
Pretty expected there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is about what we were expecting, just like you guys said. This opens up an opportunity to get a lot of interesting bigs that kind of fall towards the end of the lottery, just like we were talking about earlier. Derek Queen is one of those options, and potentially Malawak could fall that far. I don't think he will. But yeah, this is a a fairly predictable spot to be in. But how are we feeling about it, guys?
I can't say I'm disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We got the Rockets with the 10th.
Good.
Yeah. I was hoping that they didn't get too low. All right. Raptors with the 9th. Okay. And then we didn't announce 12th was Bulls, Hawks 13th.
Blazers 11.
Yeah, Blazers 11. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry, I didn't recap that one. Wiz in the comment section. What's up, Wiz?
Darren
What's
Williams.
up? Yeah, Darren Williams. We got Brooklyn Nets getting selected, or that's the 8th. The 8th.
Guys.
Pelicans 7?
Guys,
Pelicans 7? Pelicans 7?
We're in the conversation, guys. We're in the conversation.
We are
in the conversation.
Wizards at 6.
Wizards at 6. Goodness.
When do they go to commercial and make everyone sweat?
I don't know.
About now.
I already have a decent amount of ball sweat developing.
Oh guys. Oh my God, dude.
Oh my.
Top 4.
Well, oh gosh. And the Jazz got 5th. How?
Oh my God. Holy shit, guys.
Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to Wiz.
You gotta stay live in the chat, Wiz, because you jumped in.
Bro. Okay. Honestly, if if the Spurs get the first overall pick, they're going to say it's rigged. They are going to say it's rigged.
Oh,
Who cares?
absolutely.
At least
The
it's rigged for
internet will
us.
explode.
I fucking love it.
Oh, Rockets fans are so mad right now.
Oh, I
They're
can't wait to go
so
to Twitter. I'm
mad.
so
Yes.
excited.
Yes, it was that Hawks pick because they missed the playoffs and they were eliminated from the play-in. We got it.
Okay, so we're at 14 and at least 4.
Yes.
Who else is still waiting to be called?
Bro.
OKC and the Sixers and someone else.
No, that pick goes to the Sixers now. OKC
Yes.
can't get it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the Sixers. It was us, Hornets, and I didn't see who else was on there. They cut to commercial and now they're showing a new terrible Jurassic World trailer.
Who man? I will if we get even oh my
dude, what the hell? Dude,
I can't believe we're in the top 4.
Dude, yes. I mean, we could go get VJ Edgecombe and then just like literally get the best athletic guard in the draft.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Baylor Bear. Ugh.
A second Baylor Bear.
Wiz, so it wasn't the other Hawks pick. That's a good question. Yes, it was that. It was their pick, their 14th pick, and because they did not make the play-in, that is now ours.
So they got who's at 13? Is it
Hawks at 13?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because they got that pick.
Well, I think they got it in a separate trade.
Trade.
Yeah, they got it in a different deal. It is certainly confusing to keep up with where all the picks come from and where all of them go, but I think we're trying to do our best. But good Lord, guys.
Dude. Oh my god. What's happening right now? Are we
Charlotte?
Are we about to
San Antonio? I'm trying to think who else I'm missing.
The
Charlotte,
Mavs,
San Antonio,
Spurs,
Philadelphia,
Sixers,
Mavericks. The Mavs.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, please not the Mavs. If
Dude, the Mavs
that'd be a good
Mavs
makeup call.
Cosmically don't deserve this.
They do not. And Nico Harrison can be like, you know what? I made a great pick. You know, it's like dude, fuck you. You had the first pick.
Off. With that, no. Nico Harrison doesn't deserve good things after that bullshit.
Let's go.
Yeah. Does not at all.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Plus, I don't like the city of Dallas getting good things. Wiz, I know you're watching. Sorry, that means the Cowboys too. Fuck the Cowboys.
Dang.
I love you. Fuck the Cowboys.
Well,
yes, it is. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm commercial break ever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're literally taking every opportunity to show every commercial known to man.
Oh, they're showing the what's it called? Is that the New York one? The draft? And yep, it was a New York one when apparently those
yes,
those little things where they put the next one in a freezer. So Dave Stern
frozen envelope,
the cold one. Yeah.
I think they made a 30 for 30 about that.
Guys, they did. It was pretty funny.
I'm sweating bullets over here, dude. We could end up with Cooper Flag. What the hell? What the hell?
I would love it. The NBA would be so pissed,
dude. We would.
San Antonio.
We would have to defend ourselves as Spurs fans pretty hardcore. Like there would be, yes, yeah. There's multiple shows talking about.
I know Manu.
Multiple shows we're talking about rigged lotteries today. Absolutely, Wiz. Definitely. I
mean, I'm not surprised. People were screaming rigged when we won the lottery for Wemby.
All right. We'll see how this all goes down.
I'm glad I'm wearing a dark shirt. You can't see all my sweat.
If Jared McCain does a TikTok dance,
yeah. He better do it when they get the fourth. Yeah. Not when they get the first though. I think, oh my gosh.
I'm ahead of you guys, so I'm
there's no
react.
disappointment. There's no disappointment from here.
Yeah. Honestly, you can react however you want to, AJ. But
can I give you spoilers, or do you want me to wait?
no spoilers. No
Wait,
spoilers.
Okay.
Because I just got the notification, but
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So we're saying we got the 4th. Is that what you're telling me? Or maybe
Okay.
not. All right. And the Hornets got the 4th. Interesting. Okay, we're a top 3 pick. Oh my gosh, the 76ers with the 3rd. We're a top 2 pick. We're a top 2 pick, guys. We are a top 2 pick. The Spurs could end up. Oh, we got the second.
We got second though. We got the second
pick.
So
here's
a
Cooper
question.
Flag
Now,
is going to the Mavs. Damn.
Wait, hold on. Would you call the Mavericks, because Nico Harrison's an idiot? So call him up and be like, "We'll give you the 2 and the 14 plus HEB gift cards for Cooper Flag."
I mean, HEB's in Dallas now,
right? I think that's a legitimate trade package right there, because you could go
more
get
than they
some
got for Luka.
Oh, dude, yeah, at least throwing some like Tienda stuff in there and like.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely they're not gonna trade the number 1, but we've seen crazier things in the past. So I mean, I'm happy with 2. So I wasn't even thinking about 2. Like, do we just get Ace Bailey?
We certainly could.
Probably, yeah. Either Bailey or Harper.
Yeah, I mean, I think we go get Ace Bailey, to be brutally honest. I'm looking at 6'10", averaged over 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, a block and a half. His attributes on this mock draft: mid-range assassin, freakish athlete, and off-ball mover. Those are like
Perfect.
Exactly what we need in a 6'10" package. His pro comp is Michael Porter Jr. and Rudy Gay. So I like a guy that has those kind of upsides for sure.
Yeah. You give me a healthy Michael Porter Jr. on this team.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ooh, man, we were so close.
We almost got Cooper Flag.
So close. We would have had to call those guys from Duke that we met at the fanfare for the Final Four and been like, "You guys got to come back to San Antonio now." Oh,
Wiz has a great question. How did Rutgers suck so bad? Didn't they have 2 top 10-ish guys?
I brought that up on the podcast when we were talking March Madness stuff. It's crazy. You'd think in college basketball that 2 guys that good could get you at least on the bubble.
Right. I mean, I also think it goes to show that just because you can perform at an elite level in the college space doesn't mean that it's going to translate to wins right away. I also think like you can we saw multiple guys that like really weren't on great teams that are ending up in towards the top of the lottery. Yeah. I'm looking at Trey Johnson from Austin. From Texas. And it's a situation where like, his team wasn't that good, but dang, he's going to finish a lottery guy.
I don't know how Rutgers did that.
Adam in the chat, which Rutger do the bums want? Shout out to the bum, Adam Sananana himself. Indeed, Wiz, we do have an Adam sighting. Indeed, we do.
Give him a round of applause.
Yeah, I honestly, AJ's right.
Howard.
I need to give Adam a round of applause for being here for a recording. There we go.
Ace Bailey.
Yeah, dude.
That's really good fit for us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like he'll fit in perfectly. We have a guy that we could throw out there along forward. Man,
yeah,
dang,
but also now, dude, now the number 2 pick looks a lot more tantalizing for maybe a Milwaukee Bucks trade. So, that number 2 looks better than 5 kind of thing. So
it does.
It's definitely one of those potential things. And I mean, we never know what we're going to get, but I'm excited. This is great news. This is great news.
Yeah, this is a great day. This is a great day to be a Spurs fan.
Absolutely. We got options on options on options. And yeah, what's nice is we aren't getting Cooper Flag. That would have been absolutely generational. And we would have had to be answering questions about collusion left and right. But also, I think this gives us a real opportunity to put like a piece we need, and we know we can go get it. And in a really talent-rich draft, I am stoked, guys. I
Yeah.
am
Well,
absolutely stoked.
hey, dude,
I mean,
guess
we've been
what?
talking about Nico Harrison being an idiot.
But he got the number 1 pick.
What if Ace Bailey is the number 1 pick and Cooper Flag slides? That won't happen. That won't happen. I'm saying though. AJ, you said earlier,
what
we've
if it
seen crazy
does?
things. We've seen this organization do a crazy thing like 3.5 months ago. So, I mean,
anything can happen. You're right. Anything can happen. But I will say now that with Cooper Flag there, they have what's his face AD and Kyrie Irving. I mean, Spurs Mavs I-35 rivalry just got reignited, I would say.
Well, you have a hell of a front court there with, even if AD's out, with Lively and Cooper Flag.
Yeah, there's a lot brewing in Dallas, as much as that pains me to say, and as much as turmoil they've caused over the last season. It's it's very interesting. You said Nico can't fumble again, can he? I don't know, dude. It looks like he's allergic to making a good decision, to
He
TBH.
already did fumble again because he traded Quentin Grimes for peanuts.
Whoops.
Yeah.
All right. If we do want to pursue Giannis, this is Adam asking, this just saved us at least 1 first that we'd have to send Milwaukee. So I think that's an important piece right there. I'm definitely looking at Giannis as somebody that, he's a lot more attainable. And that makes us happy over here in Spurs land.
Ooh.
Keep in mind though, if you're the Mavs, Kyrie is probably going to miss next season.
Yes. Or at least most of the
chunk of it.
Yeah. I was about to say he's not coming back in a strong way.
Cooper Flag is so Dallas. Like, just so Dallas.
Oh, dude, he's going to love Highland Park.
Or some shit like that. Highland Park.
I know. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, he looks like a Plano kid. Like, man, yeah. That's
high basketball.
Yeah.
He's gonna love living around the SMU campus.
Yeah,
sure.
But he's
might come to us at too.
He's definitely a great player, but I don't think he's generational. So at the end of the day, this was a very talent deep draft, but I do view it as, Cooper was obviously the best player, but there's a lot of other really talented players, and obviously we are going to get one of them with the 2nd overall pick. Guys, that is absolutely monumental for our summer.
Feel good about it. Feel really good about it.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously could have been better, but not much.
Yeah, it's like you really couldn't. We did that was great. That was fantastic. So we got 2 and 14. And I mean, those 2 alone just look a lot now that we know. That Giannis trade looks a lot more realistic now. If he really needs to get out, and he apparently go to a no state tax place. I mean, obviously that's Texas, and I think he would love San Antonio. We talked about it, dude. He would eat all the churros, the touches. He would just going crazy at the Morocco. Dude, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be fun. Great day to be a Spurs fan. It's always a great day to be a Spurs fan, but I'm just really I'm so excited that I just do right now. I can't talk.
I mean, there's a lot to be excited about, so I completely understand you feeling overwhelmed right now, AJ. Yeah, because we look like we have the potential to fill all of our needs just this offseason. So I think, there's so much positive right now. I don't even know if I want to do any dunks, guys. Do we want to do any dunks?
Ooh, no, but I do. I won, and it really bothers me now.
Let's do it.
I do have to do one. I have to do one.
What grinds your gears,
dude? The people who walk on the street when there's a sidewalk. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't like it. You're making me nervous when I'm driving and there's a sidewalk. literally right there, and there's no one there, but you're on the street. I don't get it. I don't like it. I hate those people.
You
that
got
point,
dunked on.
people who don't use their garages for their cars, park your cars in your garages, people.
Hey, some of us like to have creative spaces, and that's the garage, okay, James?
Hey, I can do both. My garage is my creative space, and it also holds my car and my
There you
wife's
go.
car.
Well, you know what? Hey, let's take notes from James on this one, guys. Let's but at the same time, yeah, those are worthy dunks. I'm gonna dunk on moving real quick, just in general. I'm doing a lot of moving. And I'm tired. I feel low energy, multiple trips back and forth, loading stuff. And yeah, I'm exhausted. I don't even really want to work out now. So it's yeah, it's draining me, but you know what? This is giving me the jolt I need, a little pep in my step, so to speak.
Absolutely.
I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah.
This is exciting stuff, dude. We're back, baby. We're back.
Yep.
So
the
excited.
Spurs,
Like we never left.
Yeah, Spurs. We got the 2nd and the 14th overall pick. A lot to be excited about.
Price of the brick just went up.
Oh, and go, if you're still with us, check out the Mike Taylor barbecue cook-off this Saturday. We'll be there. We'll be man on the street. We'll be eating some good barbecue and having a great time.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to be a fun time this weekend. So come check it out. And yeah, come say hi to us. We're going to be recording content, eating some great barbecue. Yeah. Definitely don't be a stranger. Come out, have a great time. And yeah.
Wear sunscreen. Is going to be super hot this weekend.
It will be. It's gonna roast me, but hopefully it won't roast me as much as that delicious barbecue. But at the same time,
don't
guys,
drive drunk, everyone. Please,
no,
ride.
please do not do that. We want everyone to be safe.
That $20,000.
But guys, if you are still here listening to the Baseline Bums podcast, we really appreciate you. We love you. This podcast would not be the same without you. All of your likes, your comments, your engagement, all of that is absolutely what drives us and what makes us want to do more. And so the fact that you're here with us means the absolute world to us. We not only love you, but we love you hard, TV over here. So yeah, we're gonna end this episode the same way we end all episodes, and that's with a go, a Spurs, a go.
The number two pick. Woof.